Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'm trying to, actually, Josh, I'm trying to look at something right now. I'm trying to look at the chief financial officer's increase. Let's see, in 2018. Looks like she makes. So what would that be? 6,000. So I'm looking at something here. All right. Hold on. All right. So I was looking at the compensation of, and we're going to do that probably at 9:30. Look a little closer at the chief financial officer, Robin Gasaway of Fannin County, currently under a little bit of firestorm. Maybe she's looking for a new job. We're going to look at that in just a little bit. So, Josh, let's show everybody how to get in touch with the show. There you go. That's it. And tonight, 7 o'clock on Team FYN Sports. Show them the Rebel wrap-up. That's tonight. Can't beat that. There you go. So, we're talking about the opiate crisis predicament that we're in this country. Call it predicament, right? And they believe there is a... So they have nothing to talk about this today, have nothing to talk about, so they're making up some news, which they generally do. So let's go through this. Attorney General Barr, these people are mentally unstable. Not Attorney General Barr, the hashtag deep state corrupt corporate media, all right? We're going to talk about the border wall in just a minute. We're going to talk about the tax returns. Barr wants to throw a party, okay? So let's go first of all, number 11, MSNBC. They love this. Trump continued promotion of his private company. Now, the reason I do the morning network anchors or whatever they are is because at night, I will say Americans expect, or later in the afternoon or whatever, but at night they expect when you turn on CNN to have opinion shows. They expect when you turn on MSNBC to have opinion shows and contributors. They expect that out of Fox. But in the morning, we have come to say, hey, our morning news needs to be news. And that's why I look at it this way. This is what they're trying to send the signal of all day long, and they build this up till they can get it up to tonight and get all the crazy pundits around the table to discuss the subject matter. Trump continues promoting his private company. America, did you forget what he was doing the day before he said, I'd like to run for president? But should he never talk about his golf course again? Oh, they've gone nuts. This is it today. He is profiting off that office. Why? Trump is profiting. Why? Number 12, he wants to bring the G7 there. Trump's promotion of Doral for next G7 summit catches local officials by surprise. Well, they went down there and said to the local police officer, sir, do you realize what it would be like? Hey, they haven't even called me. They haven't talked to me yet. Well, they're not even aware of what's going on down there. This could be a catastrophe, just like a hurricane over the Puerto Rico island, the Puerto Ricans down there. Number 15, William Barr. Barr books Trump hotel for $30,000 holiday party. Barr is paying for an event himself. It chose the venue only after other hotels, including the Willard and the Mayflower were booked. You know, we have these departments up there in the government that you love, okay? The liberals love big government. So we have these ethics departments that things like this go through, and if it passes the mustard on the other end, you can do it. If not, you know, they say, hey, party at your own risk. But the guy wants to throw a party. The only rooms available in town. I'll bet you he has an assistant. What do you want to bet? I bet maybe he looked over and said, hey, it's your place to plan the party this year. You got to make it happen. So the assistant goes out, comes back and says, hey, everything's taken up. You take this room right here, we don't have a party. Book it. Run it through the ethics and book it. I don't care. But no, Trump is profiting. There's number 16, the Washington Post. Barr books Trump hotel for $30,000 holiday party. Now, here's what they did not do. They did not go through Washington, D.C. and look at all the rooms in Washington, D.C. to see if they are booked. They did not. Okay? They did not see if Barr had a big, long list of options for the party. They did not look into all the other rooms and see who has the rooms booked for parties. No. Barr booked a party. Well, they're going to party like it's 19, and he is profiting. Now, here's number 17. Well, they went Washington Post and looked into it. Trump has publicly name-dropped his properties at least 70 times as president. Do you believe there's a group right now trying to put value to those name drops? Absolutely. There's a group looking to see what's the value of advertising the president's get. Is he using the White House to profit? Why, Trump was worth X when he came in, and he is losing money. I know a guy that came in that was handing out pamphlets on the corner, and he may have used the office of the presidency of the United States while overlooking the opiate crisis in America, and much like many more, and profited. We'll show you in a minute. Hold on, let me see what else I got here before we move on to the media's obsession with the President of the United States. Here's another one, Washington Post. I may not have put this up yet, number 31. Going nuts. 31. And hold on just a minute. Make sure I hit all of them. Number 43. CNN came right out of the box this morning. Ethics questions. Well, we're going to look into these ethics questions here. Number 49. This is what they opened with. They opened this morning, 4 a.m. Barr books Trump hotel for $30,000 holiday party. Department of Justice says Attorney General tried other hotels, but they were booked. Now, wait till you get the list of where he could have partied. Why, they're going to spend time. Well, if he partied within this radius, 3 miles, he could have went here. But if he would have went out, you know, they're going to do a search, 40 miles. He could have got this room. Number 50, Trump International Hotel. Why, Barr and his guys and girls, they're going to party like it's 1999. And there you go, and let's go to number 54. $14.8 million crib. Martha's Vineyard. And 56, who are the lucky owners of that one, or maybe soon? There they are, Michelle and Barack. Why, my daddy was a garbage truck driver, and they lived right in the city of Chicago, and I was handing out pamphlets on the corner, and some black SUV came up, whisked me away, and said, We need to talk. Next thing you know, I go into the White House. I don't have two nickels to buy a doobie. I couldn't even get a bag of weed at this time. I'm so broke. You know what I mean? Brother had to spot me a cigarette. I had to buy a Lucy, right? Next thing you know, 8 years, magic appears. You got enough money to possibly purchase a $14.8 million estate in Martha's Vineyard. What a country. Trump, 70 times he mentioned his company. Is he profiting from the White House? There you go. There's the profiting. Go look it up for yourself. I understand that we're spending more money in this country keeping up these two and the children's than any other president in history after the fact, after they leave, and they're free. These two are free range posts. They're the true free range post-presidential family. I mean, they are free range out there, and they are taking every dime they can from anybody and everybody. I'm your host, BKP. We wanted to talk about that. We're going to come back and talk about the Puerto Rico, how they're so excited that Puerto Rico could get wiped out again. I mean, they got all their cameras in line. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be right back after these short messages.